Hi Zdenek, hope all is well. So this is a quick walkthrough of what it is that we're doing for Visa to try and get it mapping. So if you can help me out with this in any way, that would be really much appreciated. So what we're doing is we've got these spreadsheets set up to say how data maps backwards and forwards. So if I try and head over to one, sorry. So what this spreadsheet is saying is that like header 1 is going to go deck to bin for the number 22, and it's going to be of length 1. Then if I've got header 5, this is going to be 6 BCD digits of 0. So these are sort of like fixed values that have been put into here. Then if we look at the message type, this is a bit of a weird one. So this says concatenate each table. So it's going to take the values out of these three to try and come up with a sort of a good value. So for that, we then have to go across to the mapping tables. And if I head over to out message class, so it's going to use 00 if it's a message class of other, 01 if it's an authorization, etc., etc. So if I look at it, then if it's a request, if it's request response, it'll be 01, and then you'd have sort of acquirer ID at the end. So if it's a repeat, etc. So it's coming up with all these flags to say exactly how it's supposed to process that and put it together. A more normal one is going to be something like saying that I'm going to just do the amount here. So I'm going to just sort of look for the amount of the transaction, see if it's in the original message. If it's not in the original message, I'm going to format the amount using the get amount command, which formats it using the total amount and the currency code. It can work out the length because it's over here, but it will format the total amount in that particular currency for the transaction. As you can see, I've had to work through each of these fields here, trying to sort of say how to do it. So this first not empty is, again, it's trying to find the first one that exists and is real. So if it's not in the original message, use get hour, minute, second on our transaction date time to do that. And it can iterate over a whole bunch of different fields if you want. You can use first not empty on a whole load of different things. Just keep going and going and going. We've got the concept of just a table, so take that particular table and use it to do some mapping. Our country codes, currency codes, all those sorts of things. We can cast between types. You can cast from this particular JSON to a string. You've got a get amount CD, which is not Christopher Dawes, but is the credit debit flag. So if you've got an amount that starts like X plus N, you can see there's X plus N, that's why it's then had to use that credit debit flag on the top of it as well. So I've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of these set up. So there's quite a fair amount of the Visa all up and running. If I start it with the pound sign, it's commented out. Normally because something's broken in there, I haven't got it working yet. It's not quite right. But if you can go through and try and work out how to map these, that'd be awesome. Like, again, so the syntax is, take from request financial message, then look in batch transfer transaction totals where the transaction total type is transfer. So it sort of uses this X path, as it were, to try and work out where data comes from. And if you can't, it doesn't matter. If you can just put something into the sheet for now that we can test with, like we can fix up exactly the syntax later. But yeah, if we can just sort of start in here to say what to do. So the next field, let's say, file update code is field 91. So I would go searching the code for field 091 and see if anybody has done a file update code before. Yes, they have. And how have they done it before? Okay, it's just going into additional data in file update code. So what I would do in that case is I would copy something else that's doing additional data already, because I can never remember the syntax. So where is it? There must be one. Be one of these ones that says cast. There we go. That's saying, oh, that's response details. That's not terribly helpful. Let's see if I can find it. It must be. Yeah, there we go. That's one from request details. So I'll take that one. And I'll pop it into my message. Come on, Christopher. Right, file update code. And it should go there. And it had the label file update code. So now I will change that to file update code. So that should now do the conversion. And that's as much as we need to do. So if we can keep going through each of these fields in Visa and do it, that would be amazing. So it's exactly the same going the other way around, unfortunately, as well. So we have to do them all in both directions. So, I'm going through slowly and trying to do these EFM ones. Unfortunately, they're a little bit newer and a little bit more dodgy, and so they're taking a little bit longer. But yeah, these Visa ones are pretty stable now. So once they're all in, what happens is that in the code base, there should be this Visa base 1 script. It's in scripts Python Visa base 1 to BP node. You do need BP node running already for this to work. It has to have a BP node available because it tests every single command against it. So if I run it, it should now run through, and if I have a look into the dynamic mapping rules, we should have a new rule just created about that file. What was it? File update. No? Maybe I didn't save it. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, file update code. Maybe I didn't save it. So try saving it and run that again. Machine. And there we go. Okay, now we've got one. Let's just see it created it up there. File update code. So it's got a new rule in here that says you put it in file update code, and it's worked out how to do all that stuff for us. You don't have to write the rules engine stuff yourself because it's really insanely complicated to try and do that. So yeah, we just use this Python script along with Excel, and that's good enough. So yeah, if you can help me by filling in how to map between these different objects, that would just be an enormous help. I mean, just for one more example, let's do account identification, which is 102. So if it's not in the code base, that's always going to be more exciting. You're going to have to work out how to do it. But a lot of these we've already done for MasterCard and other people. So this is the account number from account number. So I can use something like track 1 or something. It's just the same. So from account number. So I should be able to find like track 1 or something similar. Track 1 data. There we go. And but it's got to be slightly more complicated. So where was it? So if I do account identification, so that was account number. I'll put that into the field type, and then in the financial instruments, it's not going to be just any financial. It's got to be the from account number because this is the from account. So let me go and have a look in here. So where is account type? No, maybe we don't do it in this one. It's very naughty of us. Yeah, 2 accounts, it must be there. If 2 accounts, so that's account usage equals 2. Right, so usage on financial instrument type. So I should then be able to say in here, financial instrument, so I should say at usage equals from. So now that rule should apply only to the from, and then this one here, if I set that to 2, make sure I save that, hopefully. And then if I go to my script again, I should be able to run it. Again, don't worry if you don't run it, it just doesn't matter. It's just, this is eventually what's going to happen. You can see the extra rules have now appeared here for financial instruments. If I get it wrong, it will tell me. So if I do something stupid now on purpose, if I do something like I change that to financial instrument Zdenek, and then I try it again, when I run it, it will come up. I hope. There we go. You go, ah, it doesn't work. I don't know. Financial instrument Zdenek. It doesn't work. It doesn't tell you. It says failed to find return type for rule environment financial instrument Zdenek. So then you have to work out from these messages what it could be. It's not terribly helpful, which is why, like, if there's mistakes in here, don't worry about it. We can fix it up together. But like in principle, if you can get this sheet showing roughly how to convert between, that's good enough. And then we can work it out together how these things work, because there are bugs. There's no ifs, not buts. Like if I take this one here and then try to run it, this is a rule that I'm working on, then like the Python script just does not know yet how to interpret that, and it will go and give me some horrendous stuff as well. Oh yeah, there we go. I haven't written the method format original data. So for some of these ones, it's just too difficult to encode in here exactly how it's going to do it. So all these things are methods: format original data, calculate original data. Visual Studio. Then we have methods for them all in this rule engines mapping shared. So if I do format original, I'm working on it, so it's commented out at the moment, but it's here then. So these are all the different methods we've got at the moment that are defined. So we can calculate a Loon 10, concatenate stuff, get dates, get times, do all these sorts of things, work all these things out. So there are lots and lots and lots of methods, and these then call rules engine methods at the back end in the right way, because it's type safe, all of this, so it has to join it all up correctly. So yeah, any help you can give me filling in this spreadsheet, or this is exactly the same for Amex. So Amex's spreadsheets, 100% the same. Looking at the different fields and sort of saying, well, this should convert to and from a financial message in this way. That would be really, really good. Perfect. Hope all's well, and thank you. Cheers. Bye.